refresh this until I'm live. Pop out the chat. Oh, I missed. Grab the live chat, stick it in here. Oh boy. Well, that I gotta take care of. Don't show up on the main screen. Okay, good. Or I could use my phone, actually. That might work better. I am trying to log in. Just gotta remember what I'm doing. Let's stick it over here. This is where I was working. Okay. Not that. Search Discord. Probably that. I mean that one. Two-factor authentication. There's so many steps to log in now that I am secure or whatever. Are we good? Are we done here? Okay. Once we have the chats, then we can... Okay, let me start typing up my @stream pings. I'll just copy last times and say, let's actually... There. Publish. We're probably close enough. Discord refresh. There we go. Stream chat. Okay, we have the chat. We have the chat. Chat, check. Enter. Chat, check. Enter. Chat, check. Enter. Why did I get YouTube twice? Oh, because I have it open. Grab the live chat, stick it in. Oh, hey, it's me. I have it open. Grab the live chat, stick it in. Oh, hey, it's me. I have... Oh, I stopped talking, so if I wanted to see how my mic sounds, then I probably should keep talking and then listen. Me. I have... Oh, I stopped talking, so if I wanted to see how my mic sounds, then I probably should keep talking and then listen. Me. Okay, that sounds just fine to me. Take a... Okay. So we're ready to go then. Let's go back into our world. Oh man, I wonder if I could make some AI art that would Okay. Um, cause that would make it a lot cooler. Don't I have stable diffusion? What is it behind my OBS? Is there a little shortcut to... Did I ever finish setting that up? Dang, I have a lot of shortcuts on my desktop nowadays. And I'm not using half of these things either. I think that's why I leave them there, so I can remember to uninstall them when I want to clean up my desktop. Okay, well, let's actually add a little bit of music this time. Okay, that's loud for me too. Okay, if I just put it like that. Probably like right there. Oh, I could probably adjust the volume more finely if I used this. In fact, let's only use that. Oh, the scroll's backwards though. Wait. Am I hearing? Okay, let's check this before I really get into things. Chat sound. Okay. That's always the thing. Okay. This isn't actually quite the vibe. Let's see. Should I go to my other playlist that is... Can't I see playlists from here? Okay, I'm starting to see a problem with my naming convention. Extended, not extended. I want neutral locations, I think. Neutral locations. Okay. The problem with these is... How many of them can I use without getting copyright flagged? Actually, maybe I don't care about using Nintendo's music as much, but if it's like... Okay, maybe that is still just that one. But if it's somebody else's like cover of it, I want to make sure I'm giving them credit. Yeah. This playlist is much more extensive. But like Instrument Maniacs music, awesome. But if they start to play, I want to make sure that you know, oh, what's this thing? And I haven't set that up yet. I'll set that up eventually. What's this song? Oh, it's the dudes. This is good enough. All right. Actually, could that be a smidge louder? No, it's actually fine. Okay. So, we talked about a lot last time. And a lot of it I just explained to you guys without, like, writing it all down and making it all make sense. So that's kind of my goal for today, is to do that part, the make it all make sense part. So, I'm just now realizing my fatigue, but that's okay. I went on a jog again. I'm doing good things. How much does it change my lighting if I turn this off? Doesn't make my lighting bad, but it makes it a lot easier for me to look at the screen. Oh. I'm just very side lit, but it's okay. Okay. So let's write some things down. I didn't write any of Warp Spear as I was explaining it. Oh, I did. Every now and then, late at night, I'll add something. Do I want to start with Warp Spear, or do I want to start with... Okay. So, here's the problem with all of this lore stuff that I've written. I wrote it, and then thought about it more, and now it's probably slightly different than it was. Or at the very least, the emphases have changed. The things that have become the most important have other things have become more of a focal point. This one right here, I think, is a big shift. Because, like 2 streams ago, I was... Let's see, right here. I was trying to write this pitch. And I was... In this world, one's imagination becomes reality through the strength of one's light, powered by their hope and altruism. That sounds a little confusing. Like, okay, you're defining this thing that now I have to understand, and then I define it over here, which is unhelpful for a short pitch. An opposition to the light has emerged. Okay, that's maybe still part of it. But I figured out a better word for altruism. Heroism. And the pitch where the pitch where this is a world of heroes, where being a hero gives you powers, that sounds pretty cool. Wait, did this come from last stream? Or did I write it afterward? I want to know. Probably the easiest way is through here. Okay. Maybe music is too distracting for me. I could have it so you hear the music and I don't. That would be pretty silly. But the piece that comes... Okay. Maybe my brain didn't need extra stuff today. I guess lives. Last time. What did it look like at the very end? Why am I on Farron Woods? I think my mic is here now, but we're waiting. Oh, because I got confused. What was the video? I did come to it. Okay, so that was a revelation during last stream. I think I added more like little doodads around it. Maybe. Wait. Actually, I don't want this minimized. I just want it in the background. Because I want the chats to stay loaded. That's important. Okay. You know what? While I'm thinking about chat, remember how when somebody like... You can't see or hear me when I click on that. Okay, let me try again. Studio mode. Let me just make it so my chat isn't a sub thing, but is, and by sub, like, it isn't a child of a scene, but is in fact, here, you gotta see, why not? This thing is in a scene, so I just copy it, hide it, now there's no chat. And then paste the reference. So now chat is actually here. There, just right there. And we don't need this anymore. The only thing is then it won't be here. So we hide the chat for here. we paste reference, and then now we have our chat again. Okay, well, can I make it more opaque in this scene? Maybe I just need to make it more opaque in general. But oh well, this is the scene we're usually in. So, now if I need to, I can interact with the things, even though I have one over here. But apparently when I delete a message here, oh. Okay, that's extremely confusing. I can delete a message here and it deletes both places. But if I want to block a message, it only deletes in one place, which is the only... That's obnoxious. Maybe I need to update it. I haven't updated it in a minute. Okay. Here we were. Oh, we're back? Question mark. We're here. We're here. We are here. I should put the music in the other window so I can keep the one full screened in case I want to. There. Maybe Farron Woods is just too much for me. Maybe I can do that. I think I can do that. Okay. Okay. In this... Oh, man. My brain fog is hitting me now. Okay. Let's do Warp Spear. I can do Warp Spear right now. Nobody's asking me a bunch of questions, which makes me want to check Discord to make sure. Yep, I did in fact post things. We are... Okay, we're good. We're good. Brain fog is such a weird feeling. It's in my brain, but that's for sure. Okay. I probably only want to stream for like an hour today, by the way, because I do have other work that I got to do. But I just decided last time that continually working on my passion project is good. Also, I figured out a way to make this homework for a class. So, there's that too. Okay, this is a lore thing. This is a visual thing. Let me add those to the key. I've been calling these an approach this whole time. So I'm gonna keep it like that. Okay, we need purple lore text. And this will be VFX flavor text. I actually like 22 more though. There. Wait, I don't really know what I'm using green for. It's all based on vibes anyway. Okay. But these two, I think I understand what they mean. Okay. Okay, so gray boxes are elaboration. We want some white boxes of actual explanation. Dang. I'm fine, I'm just... It's like embarrassing to just like have fatigue hit so suddenly and I can't like use my mouth to explain. No, I'm fine, I just need a moment. But I'm fine, I just needed a moment. Whew, okay. Maybe some more water. Oh. Okay. Okay. Warp Spear. Do I know how this will actually work in game? Or do I just know how it looks and feels? I think this is also a lore thing. Let's move that. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. It might be able to be a good idea, but it needs good execution. Okay, weapon is an extension of the self. Okay. Most important mechanics. You can throw your weapon. Actually, no. First principles of Warp Spear. You can summon your weapon. Both either teleporting it to you or like Thor hammer force summoning or drawing it back towards you. Okay. By teleporting it to you or draw. Okay. Warp Spear Principle 1. You can summon your weapon. Warp Spear Principle 2. You can teleport to your weapon. And okay, how do I explain this one? Okay. Actually, the first principle of Warp Spear is this. The weapon is an extension of the self. It is part of you. Your essence. It is you in a way. And that is important because you can dismiss yourself, leaving only... Okay. You can teleport to your weapon. You can also vanish so long as your weapon is in play. Because the weapon is also you. You can teleport to your weapon. You can also vanish so long as your weapon is in play. Okay, let's see if we have our principles down. The weapon is an extension of the self. Both you and your sword are you. You can summon your weapon teleporting it to you, or drawing it back towards you. So you can throw it and bring it back, or you can throw it and make it vanish and it appears in your hand again. Unless that's making it too powerful. Maybe you can also put your whole essence in... I don't know if essence is the right word. But you can also put yourself in your weapon. Okay, there's two ways of going about this. Here is an approach. It could be that you can only put your essence into your weapon while you are touching it. Meaning there is no teleportation in play, just you throwing something that you, in essence, shrink into. So let's have that play out for a second. Hello, I love Clementine. Welcome to the stream. We are discussing Warp Spear. Okay. Warp Spear. Okay. Let me back up, and I guess I backed up literally. So if Warp Spear works in the way that I'm describing, and I guess I'll describe it to you now. It's not just a throw teleport. It is... I guess that's probably... Okay. That's what we're trying... So, kind of part of what we're trying to do is get a better elevator pitch. But, okay, what is my game about? I could go to the lore. I could go to the purpose. What do I have over here? There's an elevator pitch here somewhere, isn't there? Elevator pitch. Okay, let's see if this is still accurate. Make planets, each with worlds like Link's Awakening. Let characters build Animal Crossing homes, solve their way to point from A to B as they would in TOTK, puzzle-like but never unsolvable, and conquer territory like Twilight Princess. Okay, so that's a lot, and I'm not sure if it really spells out what the game is about. The lore pitch. Let's see. I think I like this one. In this world, being a hero grants you powers. None of that fake hero stuff. Magic runs on pure intentions. Unfortunately, evil is, well, pure in a sense, so heroes are needed. In this world, one's imagination becomes reality through the strength of one's heroic intent. An opposition to the light has emerged, saved planets, whatever. Okay, basically, if I could sum it all up in my own words, I want to make a game that everyone can play. At its center, I want to make a game that everybody can enjoy because I want to make a game that is an easy way to hang out with people. I want there to be worlds that you can build on, worlds that you can explore on, combat that's optional, but all of it very metaphorically resonant and tied to finding happiness and being together and building relationships. Ultimately, the game is about that, building relationships with other real-world people. All the mechanics are just trying to support that idea. Everything about, like, a Link's Awakening-like world to explore, and homes that feel Animal Crossing-ish, and solving your way across the landscape to explore, and to conquer and free worlds. It's all about... Oh, I didn't hear that message. I'm not entirely sure just yet whether it'll be mobile or PC. Optimally, what I would love is for it to be both. Cross-platform everything. Mobile, PC, console, everything. Whether that is feasible, especially feasible for me and whatever small team I eventually can come up with, is dubious. There are doubles. Scrupulous. There... yes. But another one of the things that I'm talking about is this game that I want to make, my dream game. It may not be the first game that I make, because the first game that I make is guaranteed to be bad. Or at least I'm guaranteed to learn a lot from it. And maybe I'll want to restart the whole programming thing just to make something better. So I also have here trying to make a minimum viable product, or just a small buildable prototype that I can build, that I can put out on Steam, that I can learn a lot from, and then later I'll have learned enough that I can make this dream game. Most of these look like really small versions of this game that I want to make. It's not bad. I don't know what you're saying that in reference to, but like I could make just the combat system in like a Smash Brothers environment, or I could make just the movement in almost a puzzle movement kind of a way. Maybe it's like a speedrunning game. You're trying to because you can get across it no matter what, but if you work hard, you can do it. Wait, let me write that part down. Maybe it's a speed running game. You can always get across, but you can get across fast. You say it's going to guaranteed be bad. Okay. Well, it could easily be bad. I've made game prototypes before. I've made half games before. Okay, definitions be ambiguous, whatever. I've never published a video game before. And I think there's a lot for me to learn. Especially maybe like it could easily be that I'm building this game, I'm programming it up, and then structure-wise at the end I realize I should have structured this completely differently. And if I want this to be the expandable game that I want it to be, it would be easier to just start from the ground up and build a better engine, more or less, for the game. Though I'll probably building it in an engine, probably Unreal, Unity, or Godot. Probably Unreal. But, yes. That is... But at the very moment, at the exact time and place that I'm at, I'm spending more time distilling the perfect game, figuring out what I want to eventually create. And then once I've figured out what I want to eventually create, I've kind of schemed it all out, then I start making these prototypes, pieces of it, maybe pieces that I can use, like a procedural generation engine that works for it. And then as I'm building those, I can learn things from those and revise my overall outline for what I want to create. So that's about where I'm at. Okay. Now that there's a person here, maybe I should focus more on getting a better lore pitch, which is odd because it feels like I can explain it. But every time I try and put that into like 2 or 3 sentences, it like kind of falls apart. And now I have so much text here that I don't even know what to do with all of it. I think I know what to do. Okay. Let's do... This is the story. Let's try a new frame. Over here. And this one's going to be the setting. Setting, guys. All right. Lore is a little weak. Yeah, okay. I mean, there's more of it. The thing is, from the player's perspective, it's not going to be a lore dump. You're going to find yourself in a location and you're going to wonder about it. So maybe painting that picture is going to be stronger. Because I gave like the pitch without the explanation of like what it means, kind of. Which means I need a better pitch, which is what I need to create. That's the thing that but it's okay. Well, maybe I'll just do the thing where I explain to you. I paint a better picture, not using the words I've written, but using my soul, my passion for it. And then after I've explained that, maybe I have a better idea of what to write down. I never thought that it might be a hindrance to have too many things written down. but also not enough. Okay. Okay. Let me think of where to start. I think you can create a lore day by day according to your game. That'd be a more discovery approach. Because I have a very specific idea for what I want for the shape of the lore. Because what I'm trying to create is not just something like cool and interesting. What I'm trying to create is something metaphorically resonant. Like the aspects of it relate to your mental health. The the light is like altruism, selfish or selfless. Those words are so similar in my mouth. Um a selfless want to help others. And that is like the power in this system. And darkness is kind of the same as like Star Wars, where it's like things that would get in the way of that. Pride. Um, pride and fear and anger and doubt. Yeah, pride, fear, anger, doubt. That's a pretty good collection of those. Um, which I haven't quite figured out how that is powerful in the dark side. Actually, no, I kind of have an idea. I do have an idea. Okay, okay. Anyway, if I'm explaining the lore pitch to somebody, do I start with the setting? The setting is kind of what's cool. It's cool visually. The lore is what makes it cool in a deeper sense. Maybe I'll just try and describe it. Okay, okay. So this is the setting here. We delete and we lock this down. Oh, except I do want it painted a different color. Color. Let's just go back to this color. And then we lock it down. Okay. The setting. The setting. Actually, I liked it better like this. The setting. Am I going to write this or explain this first? Okay, I think I'm calling this the world tree. And then I need a new color for just straight up storytelling. Light blue, I guess. Okay. Let me just do it like I'm at your DM. Have I established the Do you find what? Okay. Never mind. I'm gonna explain it the best way that I feel like I can right now. Okay. This game takes place in another universe separate from our own. And there are a couple of special things about it. In our world, from what we've discovered, faster than light travel is more or less impossible. But there there's a couple of more dimensions in play here. If you imagine our whole universe as a box, or this whole universe as a box, in the plane above it, we have a universe where, or we have a realm where it isn't as spatially consistent. It's more consistent as to how far you feel things are apart instead of how far things actually are apart, which is way farther than we can like imagine. In this realm, there's at the center of it is this giant tree growing in an ocean of the universe. A starry ocean that entering it brings you to brings you back to the center universe. I'm not explaining this as well as I thought I would. I explained it really well yesterday, but then I didn't write anything down yesterday because I was just explaining. Yesterday I started by explaining using particle effects. That part is cool. So imagine this. You're flying around in your spaceship in this universe place. I'm doing this all wrong. Do I have another? This one. This one might have been my best one. This is a world where any epic fantasy can take place. There are knights, sorcerers, pirates, spacemen, Jedi, space travel, magic, wondrous and cute magical creatures, worlds to explore, places to discover, darkness to vanquish. The best part is magical power comes from our power to hope and to find happiness. So the journey is better together. Yeah. I really am having trouble distilling this into... It is a bunch of scattered ideas that I've decided go together and will work together. Okay, now what are you going to say? Did you ever mind the reverse part of the tree? Like the... I'm working on that part. It might just be below it, and it's like hellish, I guess. But I want it to be a little bit deeper than that, not just like... If it's just a tree on top and like fire below, that I think that isn't as it doesn't feel as unique. It like of course there's a fiery dark place at the bottom. I think I want a more like a dark place, a place full of smoke and a like a white black fire. Oh, okay. Well, I think I will go back to setting. Okay, setting. This is part of the setting. This isn't lore, this is setting. This is a world where any epic fantasy can take place. There are knights, sorcerers, pirates, spacemen, Jedi, space travel, magic, wondrous creatures, worlds to explore. So we have the universe, which I've been calling the soulscape. Okay. Let's read through this. How bad can it be? I wrote it before. I'm the same person. The familiar world, our world, or whatever. Where the familiar world is in relation to the soulscape is unknown. Persons can show up in the soulscape in entirely different times, unrelated to when they entered. Actually, I'm not set on this. But the mechanism is unknown. The soulscape, name to be determined. The soulscape is a place where hope is the source of superpowers. This is pros and cons. Hope and happiness is hard. Mental health challenges are common. But in a world where happiness is also dang cool, and in some ways more noticeable, suddenly the research that has shown what improves happiness, gratitude, relationships, goals, etc., becomes more important. So here's kind of the premise. Power in the soulscape lets you influence what is actually there. Because we're coming from the familiar world and we like the ideas of knights and wizards and all these things, then the magic manifests in that way. That is the underlying mechanic of how things work. We tap into this power of the soul and then we can change the world around us. But our influence is limited in areas of darkness where we would need to free a place from darkness in order to shape it more fully to our design. Almost like you have a planet, you go there and you're in survival mode, and or even like adventure mode for Minecraft terms. You go there, you're in adventure mode, and then you fight through your dungeons and whatever and free it from the darkness, and then it's a place of like somewhere between survival and creative mode, where you can suddenly build and make it your home. And maybe while it's in darkness you can do that a little bit, but then you get more control over it, something like that. The kind of the point of making it function this way is so you should be able to have any kind of fantasy here. You can have a medieval fantasy setting. You can have anything that you can bring with you from this world is a setting that you should be able to create. To an extent, some things will be limited based on what I've like implemented, what blocks and colors and things that you can make. But lore-wise, and eventually, and as it's created and updated, and eventually, Knights, Sorcerers, Pirates, Spacemen, eventually. Q is here. Welcome to the stream, Q. I'm just struggling to explain my overcomplicated world to Clementine here. But maybe I'm jumping the gun. Maybe I'm trying to explain to Clementine and the game about hexagons, not the game about hexagons. That was the game prototype that I turned in. Wait, oh, you've been gone for all this, so you don't know it either. Okay. Options available to yours truly. Option A, I just try and explain this badly again. Option B, option A is jumping the gun and I should just try, let you guys exercise a little bit of patience as I slowly try to piece together a better way to explain it as I write it down, which is probably the better option, as I try to actually make... That was like supposed to be the goal today, is to write something down that makes things easier to explain. And all I've established so far is that it's hard to explain. So yeah, let's go with that. Okay. Okay, some of these things are up for change. But I think I'm going to write a story. No, it's still in here. As if I were like the DM, as if I were introducing player characters to this world. Okay, I hear 2 messages. Sorry for being gone, by the way. I told you don't have to be sorry for being gone. This is... Man, this is going to be a challenge with coding too, is how do I get people to just join up to speed? Well, I need to have a route for that. So this is going to be the route. Okay. I think I start with this. Oh, but I think I alter it too. Let's leave this one over there, and then we're going to alter it over here. And let's make it gray. White. Let's make it white. Flavor text. Okay. This is a world where any epic fantasy can take place. There are knights, sorcerers, pirates, spacemen, Jedi, space travel, magic, wondrous and cute magical creatures, worlds to explore, places to discover, darkness to vanquish. How, you might be asking? How can everything... How can everything How can there be a universe where anything... Oh, this is getting... Whatever, I'll go with it. Anything I imagine is possible. You're close already. Imagination itself is the mechanism. And altruism is the power. I'm going to make this gray to distinguish it. Imagination itself is the mechanism, and altruism is the power. I didn't know what altruism... I haven't known the definition of altruism for very long. So let me elaborate. This is a world of heroes. Heroes get to control. Heroes, using their creativity, get to shape what and how this world becomes. Not... And I don't mean heroes like people who have great achievements or incredible bravery. Q, you're jumping the gun here. There are multiple dimensions, and I'm getting to that point. I'm getting there. Let's see. I don't mean heroes like people who have great achievements or incredible bravery. I mean heroes like you, who... Love you, Q. All right. I mean heroes like you, who do things for the benefit of others. who do things to help others, expecting nothing, who help others while expecting nothing in return. I believe those are the true heroes. Those who try to make the world a better place. Those who try to make the world a better place, even if the world they live in is one of struggle and hardship. Okay. Let me paint a clearer picture of this universe or multiverse. Something like that. There are I'm writing this like me so that I'm pausing when I pause. This is great. There is dimensionality to it. Let me add a hidden. There is dimensionality to it. Okay, hear me out. What about a villain side, as this is all about decisions and imagination? Q, you're jumping the gun again. I'm glad you're saying these things because it's making me feel like my ideas are good ones. It's also making me feel like this really is our creation and not just is my mic a little too high? It's getting close to peaking. Let me turn it down a smidge. Making this feel my goal isn't to make my world. My goal is to make our world, which is why I'm like streaming it, and I want to make the game. I want this to be a community project where we make a world where we can all belong. But brilliant minds think alike. Great. All right. I'm getting there. I think I'll wait to explain it fully. I think I can, if I travel there through this, it'll make more sense. Okay. So there's a whole universe of galaxies and stars and planets and the like, kind of mostly what you'd imagine as a universe. Are you using the designs that you showed me that one stream? From that, from just what you're saying, it's impossible for me to know for sure what you're talking about. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I hear another message waiting for it to show up. Where you were designing the Hexagon game? No. The hexagon game. The hexagon game is. Wait, do I have? Oh no, that's deep in a box. I can't just pull out that journal right now. I designed the hexagon game in high school. Built it in high school, and abandoned it in high school. But I needed something for my portfolio, so I kind of fixed it up a little bit and posted it. Similar to this with swords and stuff. You may have been here when I was talking about swords and stuff. I don't think I'm a concept artist. um, we'll get there. We'll get there. There's swords and stuff. There's totally swords and stuff. Okay. Okay, so there's this whole universe of galaxies and stars and planets and the like. Mostly what you would imagine as a universe. It was this. Okay, okay. Well, you'll just have to like wonder and then like connect dots if you have any, and then it's like aha. But I think I still have to do this. Okay, whole universe of galaxies and stars and planets and the like. Mostly what you would imagine as a universe. Except it's made of what I like to call bright matter, which I happen to think is one of my more clever puns. You see, it's matter. Okay. I gotta get this. I gotta get this. Are there classes like in D&D? Maybe. Uh, uh maybe. I don't know yet. You see, it's matter that responds to two things. Your ideas and your light. This light is the heroism I talked about earlier. But in this world, it manifests as light. I wonder if somebody's going to get mad at me for putting my periods after the quotation marks. But it just makes so much more sense to me that way. I'm not quoting the end of the sentence. I'm quoting something and then ending. Anyways, tangent. Okay. But in this world, it manifests as light. That is an interesting thought, but I have a different approach. That doesn't mean there couldn't be a dark matter. And continue to ask your questions. I love any interaction, any reminder that I'm not alone in a room. Let's see. But in this world, it manifests as light. There's also a world of light. At least that's what I think it is. I only got here recently, you see. I'm still figuring these things out. There's also a world of light. At least that's what I think it is. I only got here recently, you see. I'm still figuring things out. Conceptually, I place it in a plane above that universe. Above the universe. Above that universe. It's beautiful. Its focal point is an enormous tree at the center. With roots spreading into a vast ocean, but the ocean looks like night, full of glittering stars that look infinitely beneath the surface. Okay. Maybe it's closer. Wait. I'm going to amend this a little bit. To a world of thought. Conceptually, I place it in a plane above the universe we talked about. This place, it's beautiful. Okay, Yggdrasil vibes. Wait, let me. Probably. What's Yggdrasil? Yeah. Yes, the Norse tree of. Okay. I need to learn more about these mythologies because I think I do really want to draw from different aspects, and I knew that this was. This is definitely where the idea was coming from. Though I should probably learn more about Yggdrasil before. Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot to describe that other part. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Huge Greek myth fan. If you ever need help on that, shoot me a DM. All right. I would love if this could draw from lots of different mythologies and even like different religious. I don't know. I gotta be careful with that because I also want to be respectful to their source. But conceptually, the idea I'm going for is that there is truth. Oh, it's be real time. There is truth found in many places, in many cultures, uh, many ways to better oneself. Um, okay, I'll just take a picture of me. I'm on stream, I guess. Oh, that look. I closed my eyes. I gotta pose better. Okay, there we go. Yes, I'll just post that, and that's good enough. Streaming the creation of worlds, and then I do like embarrassed face. No, that sounds dumb. This is my thought process. Okay, Void explaining how he wants his story to. Uh, sure. No, creating a super duper cool story / world on stream. There we go. That sounds like me. Okay. With roots spreading into a vast ocean, but the ocean looks like night, full of glittering stars that look infinitely beneath the surface. I don't actually know what the sky looks like. I think it might just be dark and devoid of stars, which, well, but the thing is, yeah, if there were stars, it would imply that there are stars out there in that direction, but the stars are all beneath it because it's on top. If it just had a sky, but it's kind of in space. I don't know. I haven't figured that part out yet. Um, the point is the space and time of this world don't work quite how you'd expect. Either that or they work wait, okay. Okay. The space and time of this world don't work exactly how you'd expect. Well, they do in a sense, but they don't work the same way reality works. It works. If we do something like every religion or mythology is based in truth, yeah. Uh, uh, see, I mean, one of my goals for this world is to make it a place where anyone can feel at home. I'm trying to make this game the ultimate multiplayer, hang out, have fun experience. This should appeal to the gamer and their mom. Like, not, which is going to be hard, but not like all of this lore. This is really interesting to me, but it's also going to need to be accessible conceptually to everyone. So I'll have to work on that. Okay. Um. So yes, I I want to be careful about adding something that looks like God to the game. Um, because that doesn't mean that I won't. I just want to be careful about it because um we have if it feels like I'm trying to cram a religious ideology down someone's throat, I've gone horribly astray. None of this should feel preachy. I do, which is tricky because there are certain concepts I'm in essence trying to teach through it. I I want um I want things like gratitude in the game to give you actual power. Like superpowers basically. Maybe I should get to that part. This is me describing my hopes for the world, which is things based in truth, things that make us happier. Uh, uh, and some of these are going to be biased by my own beliefs in some ways. One thing I like about Brandon Sanderson's books, um, he has his own universe that he has created. Um, he it, and his characters will have like different religions. He goes very deep in his books. He has made it clear that although some characters believe in a god and some do not, he's not going to like canonically confirm, oh, in this world there is a god, or in this world there isn't a god, because that's not the point. It's more like in this world, it, uh, how do I put this? The collective, if I were to collect the opinion of humanity, I would say that to humanity as a whole, it's more or less unclear whether or not there is or isn't a God. Um, oh, this is maybe a little deep for going for just on stream thoughts, but um, I guess in a sense, I want to respect that. I want to respect those who do believe in a God and those who do not. Um, and I want the because actually, and the reason for that is that I believe that there is truth in both of those places. I think that there is some truth in religion, and there's truth in, uh, I mean, I wouldn't call science the opposite of religion, but some people view it like that. So we'll say like we're learning things in many ways, and I want to respect all that. Anyways, none of that is contained quite in here, and I wonder how I would put that. Maybe that goes in like a preface, because I've been talking about this like I'm a character in the world. Because I kind of am. I don't know. Okay. The space and time of this world don't work exactly how you'd expect. Well, they do in a sense, but they don't work the same way our the familiar world. What am I calling it? The physical world. I don't know how to distinguish that what it's not this universe now. Okay. Uh Is this world not reality? Your reality. They don't work the same way your reality works. Maybe this isn't a great way to introduce it. Well, they do in a sense, but they don't work the same way your reality works. They... This is a bad way to introduce it. The space and time of this world don't work the same way your reality works. Instead, it works how... Oh, I missed some buttons. Works closer to how your mind works. I had an hour and a half. I probably can't let this go to 2 hours. Okay. Space and time of this work. Maybe let's try it. I'm gonna try again. Space and time work differently there. If... Oh, ads? What? I turned off ads. No, what? Did I turn them back on? Did I have second thoughts? Creator, I'm not sure if I should show all of the creator dashboard, but excuse me. Let's see, monetization, ads, new. Yeah, I turned ads off. If Twitch is gonna run ads anyways, I might as well have ads on and get money from it. That's dumb. Okay. Anyway. Space and time work differently there. Is it here or there? Where is this taking place? Maybe he's there, but the audience isn't? Okay. You can kind of use it like a travel dimension. It works kind of how your mind works. In space, things are unimaginably far apart. But in your mind, they are still connected. from this mind realm, you can travel to anywhere you can think of. Even if you haven't been there before. The universe is big. If you can imagine something, it probably exists. And if it doesn't exist exactly how you imagine it, thinks you got the money for an Alienware laptop. Yeah. We're all broke. Okay. You can change it. Well, sometimes you can change it. Well, okay. Well, sometimes you can't sometimes you can change it. Or you can change it, but there's something in the way that I haven't talked about yet. World of light, right? Of course, there's a darkness. I think that must just be how worlds work. Darkness a world covered in darkness makes it hard to be influenced by light. Let's use the word shrouded. That's a cooler word. A world shrouded in darkness makes it hard, makes it much, wait, is much more difficult to influence with light. And unfortunately, it seems there is a... Okay, you're back again. Okay, I forget where you were. Okay, I'm just going to read these three because I think that's where we were. Okay, space and time work differently there. We're talking about the light world or the mind world or whatever. It works kind of how your mind works. In space, things are unimaginably far apart, but in your mind they're still connected. From this mind realm, you can travel anywhere you can think of, even if you haven't been there before. The universe is big. If you can imagine something, it probably exists. If it doesn't exist exactly how you imagine it, you can change it. Well, sometimes you can change it. Or you can change it, but there's something in the way that I haven't talked about yet. World of light, right? Of course there's a darkness. I think that must just be how worlds work. A world shrouded in darkness is much more difficult to influence with light. And unfortunately, there seems to be a, a scourge or infestation of darkness in much of the universe. Let's see. And these aren't empty planets either. Many creatures have been caught and corrupted by this. I guess I need another word for darkness. By this shroud. So this is where you come in, Hero. We need to harness the light to free the swords you mentioned. Remind me of the Twitch moderator emblem. And you have it. You have the sword. Okay. This is where you come in, Hero. We need to harness the light to free worlds from darkness. You are the sword. Actually, canonically, yes. My sword fighting system is very unique, and I think it's going to be really cool. I think it's the first thing that I want to try to build. This is where you come in, Hero. We need to harness the light to free worlds from darkness. I want to say something like you can take your time because time is different, but there should both be urgency in the quest and let it be canonically okay if you want to just build an Animal Crossing house on your happy home. You have that light. I can see it in you. So I know you'll do good with this power. Maybe. Okay, here. We're having a maybe time. Maybe time only passes when you are there. If you stay on your world and build your home and prepare, the world's trapped in darkness. Are simply frozen there. Those creatures are stuck, waiting to be free, but they aren't in torment as much as they're stuck in a moment. I'm not sure about that. Programmatically, it makes sense that the world only passes time if you're there, because it's a game. And is the Minecraft day gonna keep going while you're gone? Maybe if it's a server. Um, but okay. By default, in my imagination, time is moving. Maybe slower for them, but I would imagine because the darkness kind of works like oh, I should probably explain how to use this power. It would be helpful first to have a better understanding of the darkness in this world. In a sense, darkness is an absence. Wait, is this a CE? Of light. An absence of light. There's a word that I'm looking for. An absence. I could just use absence again. I want to use a lack of hope or of A lack of hope, or okay, what are my things? We got fear and doubt. Those are both a lack of hope. A lack of hope. A lack of light. No, a lack of like giving, like sharing, selflessness. What's the opposite of pride? I guess humility. I don't know if a lack of hope. Let's see. Let's just list those things. Doubt, fear, anger, pride. All these things will all these things take up space that light cannot fill. The light cannot displace. No, but it can. All these things take up place. All these things take up space where you would rather have light instead. Hope, belief, truth, all true, honor, service. Hope, belief, honor. Let's go with hope. Or you would rather have light instead. Okay. It would be helpful first to have an understanding darkness in this world. In a sense, darkness is just an it is just an absence of light. All these things take up space where you would rather have darkness instead. However, darkness can consume you. Even with light remaining, darkness can take charge. It can take charge if you don't resist it. I don't know what that's going to look like gameplay wise. I can imagine things that are cool. But darkness is a choice, I think. I, I think that's what my ideology would have me. I think that's where I'm at. Okay. Darkness is a choice, but what about these planets covered in darkness? Do they all like choose? Well, it's not always. Okay, if I'm in control, it's a choice. But darkness can still have consequences on other people. So a world turned darkness enslaves the creatures on it? Is that how that works? Unless lore-wise these darkened planets are because the intelligent creatures there became prideful. Is that I was just gone for a moment. Um back you could just say that I was saying that because I just okay. Let me read back to where I'm at. Um of course there's a darkness. I think that just I think that must just be how worlds work. You were there for that part because you okay. So this is where you come in, hero. We need to harness the light to free worlds from darkness. You have that light. I can see it in you. So I know you'll do good with this power. Oh, I should probably explain how to use this power. It would be helpful first to have a better understanding of the darkness in this world. In a sense, darkness is just an absence of light. Doubt, fear, anger, pride, all these things take up space where you would rather have light instead. However, darkness can consume you. Even with light remaining, darkness can take charge if you don't resist it. And there is a power there. I don't quite understand it in the same way I do the light. But if you dis but if you oh but if you draw from that anger, let's see, there is a power there. I don't quite understand it the same way, but if you dwell in darkness, draw from you let's see, but if you draw on that darkness, pulling power from anger or from pride or even from fear. Oh, that one's gonna be that could make for some interesting story moments. If someone is so afraid that they will lose that they draw on that fear to manifest it into a power, then it is dark. But if you draw on that darkness, pulling power from anger or pride or even from fear, you get strength in a similar way you would from the light, but with an entirely different end result. Going down that path, you lose track of what you're fighting for. No. You lose your freedom as you start spreading darkness instead of light. So be careful. It is easy to make decisions out of fear or pride. And honestly, I think that power comes more easily than drawing from the light. Make sure as you try to use this power, your intentions are what your purpose is clear. So, using the power. There's swords and crazy cool stuff. Let me show you. Okay, well, now am I writing this like an NPC explaining all this to the character? Because if an NPC is explaining all of this, I really gotta make sure to show the player this, not tell them. Or tell them if they ask. And you guys are asking, so I can tell you guys. Let me show you. Okay. This is the point where I break from character and explain it in... Wait. I mean, we're getting somewhere. The thing is, if this were like the beginning of a short story, it'd be bad because it's just it's a lore dump. It's an exposition. How am I going to show this to the character? Can I write it as like a movie script almost? Like a scene, like I'm writing a cutscene? Okay. Well, Q, since you're here, I want to tell you about the swords because I'm sure you'll love the swords. So, uh, maybe I'll continue over here for just a minute. Let's start with a sword. I find that easiest to imagine and summon. So, you are the sword. You actually, I'll just say it. You are the sword. Or the sword is part of you and your light. And really imagine the sword, a sword coalescing. I don't know how to spell that. Can it correct for me? There's probably an S in there too. Coalescing. Coalescing. Okay, cool. Really imagine a sword coalescing in your hand. Am I using that word correctly? That's like mist something or other, right? Define coalescing. Coalescing. Coalescence. To form one mass from... Oh, yeah, okay. In your hand. Draw on your purpose. Why you would need a weapon to fight off fear with your hope. That's what it is, really. You fight with emotions, with truth. That fear doesn't have to consume. Oh, that'll make a lot more sense. Darkness covers a planet. As the creatures become afraid and act in fear, the darkness gets control of them. That makes way more sense. Okay. Oh, oops. Let me put that as a lore thing over here. Darkness covers planet. Creatures act in fear. Darkness controls the creatures. They need help now from someone with light and hope. Haha, that's cool. Okay. We've passed the 2-hour mark. Let's get through the sword. Okay, start with the sword. I find that easiest to imagine summon. So you are the sword, or the sword is part of you and your light. Really imagine a sword coalescing in your hand. Draw on your purpose, why you need a weapon, to fight off fear with your hope. That's what it is, really. You fight with emotions, with truth. You fight with emotions, with truth. You know that fear doesn't have to consume you. That hope, that there is still hope. Fight against the darkness. Give you an overview. One sec. Fight against the darkness with hope and free the creatures it controls. Okay. An overview is what I've been working on this whole time, Mr. Ape of Arms, or Ape-O Farms, is how I sometimes read it. Mr. Farms. That'd be... okay. So this is the world that, I mean, let's see, did I finish the swords? I basically finished the swords. Okay. Okay, let's start from the beginning and see if it's good or not. This is a world where any epic fantasy can take place. There are knights, sorcerers, pirates, spacemen, Jedi, space travel, magic, wondrous and cute, magical creatures, worlds to explore, places to discover, darkness to vanquish. How, you might be asking? How can there be a universe where anything I imagine is possible? I call being a pirate. I knew you. Pirates are in there for a reason. There are people who like being pirates. Okay. How can there be a universe where anything I imagine is possible? You're close already. Imagination itself is the mechanism, and altruism is the power. I haven't known the definition of altruism for very long, so let me elaborate. This is a world of heroes. Heroes, using their creativity, get to shape what this world becomes. And I don't mean heroes like people who have great achievements or incredible bravery. I mean heroes like you, who help others while expecting nothing in return. I believe those are the true heroes. Those who try to make the world a better place, even if the world they live in is one of struggle and hardship. Make the world a better place for the next generation, even if the world they live in is one of struggle and hardship. Let me paint a clear picture of this universe, or multiverse, or something like that. There's dimensionality to it. So there's a whole universe of galaxies and stars and planets and the like. Mostly what you'd imagine as a universe. Uh-oh, no, not the ads. Not the ads. Ah. This is ridiculous. I turned off the ads. Ads are off. Ads are off. Freaking ads. Wait. 55%. Oh, well, that's just the ad. Well, okay. Okay, you're good? Okay, I was just complaining about I literally turned off ads because they make me hardly anything with so few people watching, and I'd rather just keep viewers, but ads are off and it's still... that was a Twitch ad. They got money for that, not me. I guess. So anyway... So there's this whole universe of galaxies and stars and planets and the like. Mostly what you'd imagine as a universe. Except it's what I like to call... It's made of what I like to call bright matter. Which I happen to think is one of my more clever puns. You see, it's matter that responds to two things. Your ideas and your light. This light is the heroism I talked about earlier. But in this world, it manifests as light. I need to add something. With this light, you can literally control the elements, shape the world you want, make the home you want, the perfect getaway. Okay, well now I have to scoot all these down because I just added more. Okay, there's also a world of light. At least that's what I think it is. I only got here recently, you see. I'm still figuring these things out. Maybe it's closer to a world of thought. Conceptually, I place it in a plane above the universe we talked about. This place, it's beautiful. Its focal point is an enormous tree at the center, with roots spreading into a vast ocean. But the ocean looks like night, full of glittering stars that look infinitely beneath the surface. Time and space work differently there. It works kind of how your mind works. In space, things are unimaginably far apart, but in your mind, they're still connected. From this mind realm, you can travel anywhere you can think of, even if you haven't been there before. The universe is big. If you can imagine something, it probably exists. And if it doesn't exist exactly how you imagine it, you can change it. When the fantasy world has a giant freaking tree in the middle, I thought it sounded cool. I think there's more that I want to add to it, but this is what I have so far. And if it doesn't exist exactly how you imagine it, you can change it. Well, me when Yggdrasil. Okay. But me when arson. Oh, yeah, I freaking love giant trees. I agree. I haven't gotten to the fire. There is fire, and it's important, but it's cool too. I made it really cool. Okay. Well, sometimes you can change it. You can change it, but there's something in the way that I haven't talked about yet. A world of light, right? Of course there's a darkness. I think that must just be how worlds work. A world shrouded in darkness is much more difficult to influence with light. And unfortunately, it seems there's a scourge or infestation of darkness in much of the universe. And these planets aren't empty either. Many creatures have been caught and corrupted by this shroud. When you finish this, I want to see the other note. Okay. So this is where you come in, hero. We need to harness the light to free worlds from darkness. You have that light. I can see it in you. So I know you'll do good with this power. Oh, I should probably explain how to use this power. It would be helpful first to have a better understanding of the darkness in this world. In a sense, darkness is just an absence of light. Doubt, fear, anger, pride, all these things take up space where you would rather have light instead. However, the darkness can consume you. Control you, even. Even with light remaining, darkness can take charge if you don't resist it. Or if you don't resist it. Or don't have the light to resist it successfully. It's a battle of wills, really. And there is a power there. I don't quite understand it the same way I do the light, but if you draw on that darkness, pulling power from anger, from pride, or even from fear, you get a strength in a similar way you would from the light, but with an entirely different end result. Going down that path, you lose track. Is this game going to be an Undertale type thing where you go on and develop everything? Maybe, unless you want to help. I envision this as more of a community project, a world that we can all enjoy. I don't know what that's going to look like in practice, but the game itself, I really want to be one that anyone can enjoy. That even with all this lore, it's not front and center unless you decide to learn. I don't know. Game design, we're in the lore part though. Going down that path, you lose track of what you're fighting for. You lose your freedom as you start you'll you'll lose your freedom to choose for yourself. And you'll start spreading darkness instead of light. So be careful. It's easy to make decisions out of fear or pride, and honestly, I think that power comes more easily than drawing from the light. Make sure as you try to use your power, your purpose is clear. So, using the power. There's swords and crazy nonsense. Let me show you. Let's start with a sword. I find that easiest to imagine in someone. So, you are the sword, or the sword is part of you and your light. Really imagine a sword coalescing in your hand. Draw on your purpose, why you would need a weapon, to fight off fear with to fight off their fear with your hope. That's what it is, really. You fight with emotions, with truth. You know that fear doesn't have to consume you, that there is still hope. Fight against the darkness with hope and free the creatures it controls. Okay. Let me show you how dope it is being a sword. Okay. He redeemed walk, by the way. I don't know what that means. I'll be PR. I have very few skills. I don't believe that, ape. My channel point's going crazy. Oh, you got... Wait. Oh, wait. He redeemed... Wait, why don't I see... It should show up in my chat. He did not pay for water. I was worried. Okay. Freaking... Spit the water out of ours. Look, there it is. Redeemed walk, you fool. Oh, man. Okay. You chat's in charge. Let's see. Are my cables long enough that I can make my desk move up? If stream suddenly cuts out, that's because my computer turned off. Okay. See, look, I'm up here. That looks so sketchy. Okay. Ow, my leg. Hey, if it makes you feel better, I did go on a jog this morning. So, I've actually been jogging every morning for like 4 days, 5 days. That's a little, I mean, that's kind of how fibro is. My joints just hurt, but that's fine. Okay. Well, I'm standing up, and I guess I'll... Okay. Let me show you how dope it is being a sword. So. Maybe for that redeem, I should be all in this mode, where you can like actually see. I gotta click. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay. Let's run for real sometime. I don't know. You're gonna be way faster than me, but and way more endurance. I got a thing, but exercise does help it. But the impact on the legs does make jogging a hard thing. It was just the most accessible form of exercise, and I needed a way to wake up in the morning. So, streaming standing up. How interesting. I guess I can put my earbuds back in so I can hear when you speak. Road to the oh, the cord is look. It's not long enough. Okay. Um. So I guess I mean I could. I'm not using music right now, so I could even just unplug it. Uh. What's this lighting? Is that like a vein in my? I don't know how that works, but I'm fully lit from the side because I don't like the. I should organize these cables. All right, so that my Okay, don't crush anything. I had this standing desk gifted. Remy, are you dumb? No, he's not dumb. He's determined. Wait. Somebody being named Remy talking to Ape of Arms feels too coincidental to not be somebody that Ape knows. So I think that's a insult from a friend. Which makes that response even better. Okay. Do you know who I am? Literally don't know this man or woman. Or oh boy. Well, back to this. Let me show you how dope it is being a sword. So, let's move over to the sword section. This is what I call warp spear. Walk. Did you redeem it again? Gosh dang it. You can't. I just finished walking. I can't. Okay, I'll explain warp spear from here. I already. Okay, I'll do a crouch walk. This is. You can't just. Yeah, this is you. The sword. Wait, don't I have a sword? Sword. Okay. You know what? Text is overrated. You're getting me now. I don't want to aim the camera because I have to fix it again. But oh, this is also this is supposed to be like my nice background. Okay, so here's how it works. I need a way to see redeems. I thought I set up a going streaming. Okay, grab the magical fire. It turns into a weapon. Uh, yes, actually, that is correct. Good guess, Q. You got it right on the nose. Okay, so um, particle effects, right? I'm making it cool. Yeah. Um, maybe I could leave the thing open, but I need a middle ground between these, I think. Is that a frog or an alien on your bed? It's this is Fribbit. Fribbit is a beloved companion. Fine. I guess we're standing. And chords don't die. Chords don't die. Wait, I didn't. I'm still here. I'm still here. Okay. This.